Hey people, the mission for the moment is to make a Bilock key blank. In case you've not seen one before, here is the Bilock keyway, and here is an actual Bilock key. Now to make the blade for the key, I'm going to be using a piece of brass tube, and in preparation for what is to come, I've put a split down the middle of this piece of brass tube for reasons that will become apparent shortly. Now my intention with the brass tube is to flatten it out, and to assist me in doing that, I'm going to be using this piece of metal that just happens to be of convenient thickness. And in case you're wondering why the split in the tube, here is the reason. The basic plan for flattening is going to be to soften the tube by using a blowtorch to apply heat, and to essentially beat the hell out of it with a hammer. Just to be clear, the softening of the brass tube through heat is important, because if we don't soften up the brass tube and we just beat the hell out of it at normal temperature, the metal is most likely going to split, and we obviously don't want that. So make sure she's nice and warm and flexible, and just keep beating the hell out of it with a hammer until you get it nice and flat on both sides and on the edge. And after a short round of heating and beating, we basically end up with something that looks like this, which, as you can see, looks pretty darn close to what we're going to need to make the key blank. So what I'm going to do now is do a quick check to make sure everything looks like it's going to work. And as you can see here, it's not looking too bad at all. So that's the blade for our key blank basically done. So let's refine it just a little bit. In particular, what we want to do is put a bit of an angle on the front of the blade so that it can enter into the keyway smoothly and slide underneath the pins. And now with that much being done, what remains to be done is to just make sure that it does what we believe it is going to do. And as you can see here, it fits into the keyway and fills it up quite nicely. Hooray! And with the blade of the key basically done, what we need to add is a bow or head for the key. So what I've done is gone ahead and grabbed a little piece of brass bar and cut out what you see before you. And I'll show you in a moment how that's meant to fit together. And how that fits together is like this, which, as you can see, is really not a bad approximation of a Bilock key, or rather a Bilock key blank. Now I've gone ahead and joined those pieces together with a bit of brazing, and as you can see, it's not too far away from looking like a Bilock key. It kind of looks a little rough, but that's nothing that can't be fixed with a little bit of patience and a little bit of sandpaper. And after all of that, we finally end up with our key blank. So I'll just show you here with this lock that it fits in, butts up nice and smooth against the front of the plug, and is ready to be cut to something workable. So there you have it. My dodgy Bilock key blank. So with a bit of luck, some of that was helpful or useful to you in some way. But in the meantime, I'm going to get the hell out of here and move on to some other things. So peace and respect to one and all. Be good, be well. See you on another day. Bye for now.
All your base, all your base, don't belong to us. All your base.